great I Am, the mother and father of creation, the Ancient One. We honor our ancestors, the Ancient of Days, and the great prophets they have produced. We honor those great prophets and teachers and doers of the Word of God with us today, the truly righteous of heart and with godly spirits, who have not been consumed by this world and as a result have not given away the power and authority bestowed upon them by God at their creation. Through his breath of life that was breathed into us, and then again the same power was acknowledged by Jesus at the time of Pentecost. We honor you because we see in you the Spirit of God in this day. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear my voice calling you from the wilderness, because you are also the sons of God, who have not been consumed. But I'm calling upon you because we have much to do, and I call you forth today. Will you be obedient to your call? We need fresh new dreams, visions, and workers in this new 21st century movement, and people who can bring their time, talents, and treasures to bear upon changing our condition today. It is time. Will you come? You can get a better look at our ministry by logging on to www.powerthroughunity.com and become a part of this movement for change. Our lesson today is a continuation of Faith Without Works is Dead. We're going to talk about teaching. In this segment, we're going to talk about teaching about the law, the commandments of God, a comparison of God's commandments versus Jesus' teaching versus New Testament Paul's teaching on the law. What are God's commandments? And I'm going through the scriptures carefully because sometimes all we hear is what the preacher says in the pulpit. And it's just so important that we know the word of God for ourselves. What are God's commandments? If you go to Exodus 20, verse 1, it starts there. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, until the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy up to thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy maidservant, manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Sometimes we get so busy, that's why we have lost our minds. We try to squeeze out 8 days out of the week. But our God is a God of works. He tells you to rest on the Sabbath day and keep it holy. It gives you time to restore your mind and rejuvenate your spirit. It's there for a reason. We spend years and years hurrying about and doing the same old thing over and over, and we never rest. Look around us. Things are decaying and falling apart, but we can't seem to find enough time in the day. And even on the Sabbath day, we're still working and being disrespectful to God. And not only disrespectful to ourselves, we're reaching out to other people on the Sabbath day, causing them to sin as well. Take some time out for yourself and rest your mind. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightning and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not God speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near into the thick darkness where God was. And the Lord said unto Moses, Thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Now, what are Jesus' teachings on the commandments of God? In Matthew chapter 5, verses 17 through 48. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I have not come to destroy, but to fulfill. But verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them these commandments, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in the danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother, without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say thou fool, shall be in danger of hell fire. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there remember that thy brother hath aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. Agree with thine adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Matthew 5:26, Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out hence, till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing. And in some states today, when a man doesn't have any money or can't post his bond, he stays in jail until he can get out, just for the little wage or money that he owes. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh at a woman to lust after her has committed adultery with her already in his heart. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. It has been said, Whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery. And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced, committeth adultery. Again, ye have heard that it has been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these come of evil. Ye have heard that it has been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee turn not thou away. Ye have heard that it has been said, that thou shalt love thy neighbor, and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which spitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Now you see that even Jesus' teachings were much more strict than the ones given by God. Now we have the New Testament, which says that all the law is nonsense. But if you break the law, in reality, you will go to prison or be considered a moral outcast. Compare the teachings of Paul again and the premise of the New Testament teachings on the law, remembering our spiritual rules of hierarchy. The spiritual rules of law as it relates to our discussion of the Bible is as follows. There are 4 categories. God's commandments, Exodus 20, the Old Testament, and nature that surround us. Second, the gospel of Jesus Christ, the synoptic gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, except where they contradict God's commandments. The third category, the tier, the teachings of the disciples of Jesus Christ, since they walked with Jesus. And fourth, the New Testament teachings of Paul, his religion's doctrine and opinion. This is the order of the authority which exists within the Scriptures, and we must interpret it accordingly throughout our text. This way you will not be misled from false teachings, allowing us to get back on the path to spiritual purity and righteousness. The path to righteousness is plain and unambiguous. Now Paul teaches us that the law is of no use and has been done away with. So we must be careful to know the commandments of God and the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who came to show us the way to fulfilling God's laws. Paul many times preaches a completely opposite message from what God commanded us to follow. Now, if God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow, then how can parts of the New Testament, primarily Paul, change what God told us to do? If your mother sent you to the store for bread and you came back with